mortals, capable of mistakes. The journey's not here to be agonized upon.
Welcome back, Mere Mornlands. We have monthly goals today. It is a chance for us to just get down and dirty on the goals at hand, the past month, the current month. These ones are going to be interesting because we've got Kyrin's new annual goals that have begun. If you want to listen to the full annual goals breakdown, go to the previous episode that we've done just recently where Kyrin talked about that. But today we'll reflect back on the month of September. We'll look into October, and it is the 5th of October as we're recording this as well.
Very good.
I'll do a little plug as well, although I've had zero people jump into the space just yet. But I created a Stan. I think it's Mere Mortals /Stan. I think that's maybe what it is, or maybe it's stan.com/Mere Mortals. Anyways, if you want to do goal setting in amongst with me, personally, just me, and get some support, fun conversations directly, it's paid, go and have a play. But that's my plug. Nice. That's how we do it. Let's talk about the monthly goals. Again, what we'd like to do is go into September goals, and then we'll go into the next month goal, which is October, which we're into right now. I'll start it off. I have 8 goals, so I continue the trend of having 8 goals. I had first 3 was in the fitness category. The first one there was to accomplish 150 kilometers of running.
So much, Jesus.
Now I didn't do that. But I felt happy that I got pretty close, even though I had, it was 10 days off. Yeah. 10 days off in the month.
Debilitating.
Yeah. So like I really pushed hard towards the tail end to be like, it would be hilarious if I hit this, but I didn't. So look, that's okay. There was a lot of sickness and whatnot going around. So I didn't hit that, but I gave it a good red hot go. So nice. I was happy with that one. Blood and guts training, just increase intensity, keep strength. That was good. Towards the tail end of the month, I not stopped doing it. I erred more into a little bit more of volume training. And I talked about it in the Mere Mortals in Motion, just like getting sick with doing the AI style training that it was giving me. So I've gone a little bit more back to the usual things that I do, but it's still much. I think in the month of September, there was only 2 training sessions that were over 60 minutes gym wise. Everything else was 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Okay. So I was kind of like happy with that to enable running, but then again, I was sick. So kind of preparing. Sure. Third one, recording the first in-depth body information. I'm pretty sure I took that as no. I've got my notes on there to actually do it. I was going to do, I'll tell you the topic. I want to talk about the training differences in your 30s versus in your 20s. And specifically, I wanted to talk about the like concept of not so much body dysmorphia, but the concept of getting and being super specific, like big legs, muscly legs versus what would happen if you go for performance/endurance, kind of the classic trope of going from your 20s to your 30s. So I wanted to do something like that. Sure. I just didn't do it. Didn't do it. Mere Mortals didn't do it. Fat no, but it will continue.
But you will do it?
I will. It's in the next monthly goals. Over in the mind space, I wanted to decide the path of the current business opportunity, and I did. It's been decided, so enough said there. But then, of course, other business opportunities come up, so here we are. Number 5, complete the second content on projection paradox, which I did, which ended up not being called projection paradox. It was the trophies versus generators concept. So I was glad to put that out. Again, give me some feedback out there, Mere Mortals. Again, is it something that you're enjoying those more effortful kind of productions? If not, we'll change it up. We'll shift things up. We've talked about this off air around what we wanted to do with the podcast or not. The last 2, the monthly solo practice, completing my template I created at the start of the month to help review. Yep, I did do that. And then I also, in completing that, went, this is actually a waste of time. I put a lot of effort on.
Wait, so what was it?
It was funny. So I completing my monthly solo reflection. Okay. Now it started at the previous month in that I set up a template, and the idea was I was going to combine basically every type of philosophy out there. So like Hinduism, Stoicism, yin yang,
Zen monk. At this moment.
But it was more about like reflective questions to review the month and being like, what this month, what gave you energy, what took away, all those sort of things. But I either found myself being repetitive with what I was answering, or there wasn't actually as much variation as I imagined it to be. So maybe it would be good if I was doing a lot of different things, but I'm in a stage of life where I'm not. Like, I wake up, it's routine.
Yeah.
I have my work, routine. Bedtime with the kids,
Sure.
routine. Like, it doesn't really change. So it wasn't as important as I thought it was going to be. So I did it, but I kind of reflected and gone, it's got to change the way I'm reflecting. The last one, determine how family philosophy might be best consumed. So I absolutely did this, which was good. And also
My suggestion, interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance. Nope, it was not interpretive dance. And I did begin crafting the family philosophy. Stay tuned. If you stay tuned all the way till the end, I will share what the family philosophy looks like in its draft state. My partner has not heard me talk through it, but it's very like it's sensible. It's sensible. It's not crazy. Like it's not
clean the chandelier every day. The women must clean the chandelier every day.
Yeah, like, you know, to me, fine. But anyway, those are the September goals. Most got done. Loads of other things, you know, beyond that as well. But yeah, a couple of things that got sidetracked with sickness and whatnot. And in October, we're gonna rectify that. Yep. So, anyways, that was the September goals.
Brilliant.
Kyrin,
nice. Yeah.
How'd you finish off the Allen goals?
Jump on to mine. Yeah. So as Juan just hinted at, I start new ones in October, aka this month. So these last ones here are related to last year's goals, and they are related one each to partner, relationships, financial, health, spirituality, travel, character, knowledge/skills. If you want to know what the long term of all of them is, check out the next episode. We're going to be talking about some little variations that Juan and I have been doing to ours. And speaking or changing words into action, I guess. So for my September goals, they were kind of like wrapping it up honestly, one or two of them are just random stuff, like do remaining chores on work list. Okay, like it's just a filler.
Complete the actions, yep.
Which I didn't do that well. I had this whole like clean up the backyard, take the car in for a service, all this sort of stuff. I did like half of it. I put honestly quite a few hours into cleaning up the yard and things like that. Okay. I didn't get through all of it. No way. Honestly, almost all of these I ticked off. Get through as many of the remaining catch-ups as possible. I did like 5 events with people, so that was great. Spend 2 hours on the one-arm research. Yep, informed comparisons, definitely did that. Also got 20 tabs on my computer of other things to check out. No porn for the whole month, easy. Get the Mere Morpheus up to date with the weekly updates. Yes, although, as I mentioned to Juan just before this, one or two ads slipped in.
Ads!
Because I was using
ads. Kyrin introducing ads into our show.
Twitter, not even me introducing it.
Someone else. Yeah,
someone else.
The machine.
And yeah, if you're watching the video, some touching cables is doing weird stuff. So we got to try and be careful not to touch the cables. The one that I did not do, I would say very well, was, and I ticked off start draft on a new affirmation sheet, which I kind of have an old version here, but this is essentially very similar to what I've done. The affirmation in particular, that this was what I used to go.
Like read every morning?
Yes.
Yep.
And everything else on the back is kind of just like a motivation type thing. I don't really need it, but it's like, maybe one day if I'm feeling a little bit down, reading something like this could help me out. And it's just like quotes from, If by Rupert Kipling, or The Man in the Arena speech by Roosevelt and stuff like that. So did that. 2 that I didn't do. Arrive to events early and say hi to people. I don't think I really arrived early to things as well as I was perhaps intentionally planning. Now, if today was still in September, I could say, yeah, I did that because I unintentionally woke up an hour earlier due to daylight savings because my phone was on Sydney time for some reason. But the one I definitely didn't do was binge watch Andreas Antonopoulos. And the reason for this was, so he's on Patreon, and I was vaguely aware, I was just like, I'll join his Patreon like I used to. And there used to be like just a tier system. I just went for the smallest, cheapest tier, which is, I think, was in around like the $5 US a month or something like that.
Yeah, still supporting.
Yeah, went to go do that. That one sold out. Okay, all right. Well,
sold out?
Yeah, well, it's like, this is not available.
Right, okay.
Something like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, well, go through all the others. And the cheapest one was the highest tier one, which was like $8,000 a month or something. I'm like, I'm not doing this. What the fuck? Get out of here, Andreas Antonopoulos. Now,
Just a simple, just Bitcoin a month. If you could send me a Bitcoin a month, like
yeah.
that'll cover it.
So I didn't do that, but I was kind of scratching my head because I'm like, I thought I saw a way where you can join, where you can actually choose your amount, which is actually very value for value on Patreon. You're getting in my good books nowadays. And I only figured that out right at the end where it's like, oh, okay, just for some reason, the filtering system of how you get access to it can vary, and I'd found like the wrong path. I get what you're saying. Yeah. And then I just found like, oh, if I just click join here, it allows me to join, and I can choose however much I want.
Right.
Which I chose to do, and I chose to actually spend more than the bottom one. So just a little hint for Andreas, if you ever listen to this.
Did you go to $6?
It's a good. No, I went to like, what was it? It was like 20 or 30.
Okay.
Australian. So much more.
Much more. Wow.
So, Andreas, that's what you get for being cool and Patreon as well. So, decent month for me. I feel like I got a fair chunk done.
Good. Yeah. And again, when we reflect back on the goals, I think you need to be super, super cognizant that if you go back 30 years ago when we were doing monthly goals, there was a lot of habit building, which now just exists. Like, we don't talk about how often we go to the gym or how often we're like training or how often we're doing the running, right? Like, we do talk about, I guess I'm talking volume, and you're saying spend 2 hours and like refining the research into one arm handstands. But it's like the whole art of learning concept where the more you master something, the more you're just like focusing on smaller circles. And you'll hear some goals, either we won't even describe the goals about, say, fitness or something else, because we've just been doing it for such a long time that if you were, kind of newish to going to the gym, you might be saying, how I want to go to the gym 5 times a week. But for us, there's no point for us calling out, I'm going to go gym 6 times a week or 5 times a week and run this amount of times and then stretch or whatever, because it's part of like daily habits. Yeah. So
part of it's to do this is just an extra thing to get you started. So the spending 2 hours on one arm handstand research, I actually did way more than that. And this was just the kind of prompt to be like, all right, get into it. And once I'm actually into it and doing it, it's like, okay. Exactly. This is fun. Like, I'm enjoying doing this. I want to go deeper into it. Like I said, I've got 20 tabs on my computer that I want to get through. So that's going to bleed into the next month as well. And
we'll talk about it, I think, in the next episode. So obviously stay tuned if you're listening to this live, because when we talk about like the tweaking of goals and the tweaking of things, I think I'm going to tweak the way I do goals moving forward.
Okay.
And I'll address why that is.
You'll see my tweak in this October.
You don't see it in mine, but I think in the, honestly, maybe November, December period, then you'll see the tweak. But I need to figure out exactly how it tweaks.
Yep. So we generally just have like a call out to the supporters in the monthly goals, just wrap upping on the month. Thank you everyone for supporting. We do see the streams and boosts coming in. Very much appreciated. Comments as well. There's been a bit of I stopped the book reviews, and then there's just like way more book reviews comments for some reason. Don't know why that happens, but very much appreciated. The book reviews, I'm not sure I said it elsewhere, but just to reiterate, I'm taking a break from that for a little bit. How long that'll be, I don't know, a couple of months period at the very least, but I'm finding like, goddamn, it does save a lot of time. I was spending a lot more time on it than I thought I was. I was like, it's maybe like 3 hours a week. So it would be like an hour of recording, sure, but the prep and I guess what you would call the reading, making sure I was reading enough to
satisfy that was a bit more extra.
To finish the book was like, oh, damn, I'm actually spending like tons of time.
Yeah. If I was to be...
So I am still reading, just not...
Yeah, just not creating it to public. I was going to say, I think right now, because I'm doing the Anthony Horowitz like book series, and it's pretty easy because a lot of these books I've kind of read before and I'm just pulling out one philosophy to do the book review on. I can produce the video and the audio and the recording of both of them. I'm doing it both at the same time for like, I do basically like 2 in a row, and then I'm setting those up. It would probably take me an hour and a half to do both recording, fully edited, scheduled, but not creating the various clips and stuff like that. That obviously comes afterwards. So I'm like, I'm happy. That's like a good amount of time. And again, I think we've talked about this a lot. it's that. So say with book reviews, in similar what we do here, I like doing book reviews. The Anthony Horowitz, I'm doing them because it's what I'm reading and I kind of enjoy just talking about it. But when it comes to just the other general books, I'm already taking notes. I already write down like what's the interesting bits in the book and whatnot. So I kind of do the book highlights on my own anyways. So it's just a little bit extra delta to just record it. So I'm like, I'm fine. But again, if I saw comments or someone being like, oh no, but can you like go into really hardcore into like this and whatnot? I think I'd just be like,
analyze the writing style.
Yeah, like I'm not. We're not like we don't do that. We're not that part of like book reviews. But again, that's if you don't see Kyrin for a while, go back and reflect on hundreds of books that he's done in the past, right? There's plenty in there. In fact, I actually saw YouTube tell us that the book reviews channel hit 15,000 hours watched.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Again, that's a little little mark. I don't even know what that honestly what that actually means in comparison to others. Literally no idea, but yeah, good to see. Okay, October goals.
Let's do it.
So I got I actually was wrong. I had 7 goals last time. I have 7 goals this time. I just didn't update my order number. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8.
Okay.
So
nice.
1, mathematics, not strong. That's going to be the next goal. All right. So the first 3, once again in the body space, and these all map up to an annual goal. Volume, here we come. 160 kilometers of running. Now you might be wondering, like, shit one. That's like,
couldn't even
you couldn't even do 150. You're going to 160. Fuck yes, I am. As I said to Kyrin, I was 34 kilometers of running in 4 days.
Yeah.
So, I've started this month really strong, really strong. I'm currently, it looks like I'll be averaging around 40 kilometers per week for the whole month. So I will hit that 160 kilometer target.
That's a lot, man.
A good aim. And the reason it is a lot is because on the Saturdays, I'm just doing like really long runs. So I did 15 kilometers yesterday. I was actually supposed to do 18 kilometers. So it's going to be like 18, 19, 20 kilometer type Saturdays. So that's going to be a big brunt of the running. And we'll see what I can do throughout the rest of the month. Second one, I want to record the first in-depth body information. As I said, I've got all the notes for it. I've just got to record it. And again, I'm going to give that a good red hot go, probably all the way till the end of the year, and creating these more like a little bit more time intensive notes, ideas. Again, because part of it is interesting to me to do so, and so in return, I'm like, I wonder if it'll be more interesting to people to listen. But again, if I see as much uptake as maybe some other random stuff, and it's better my time invested into interviews, well, then I'll just do that, right? So we'll see. This one's a cool one. And again, in fact, I'll challenge some people out here. I'm going to challenge out. Hopefully, I'm going to clip this or something like that. You know how you hear all this like hierarchs training people or hybrid training people? I get it. I absolutely get it. And I'm not saying I'm the best in the world at this, right? Definitely not. I know on social media that like obviously do much better at this. But someone come and comment on this. Who out there is doing 160 kilometer plus running, right? Yeah. Running in a month. And this other goal, I want to be hitting 6 times body weight ratio at 3 reps with all my main lifts. So bench, deadlift, and squat combined. So if you know someone out there who is doing that in a month, I'm talking 160 kilometer running and doing, so for me, I'm 90 kilos. That's 540 kilos combined of the total at 3 reps.
Yeah.
Come talk to me. If you're doing that, I dare someone to find that, because I honestly, and I've been on the socials for a long time, and I've seen some really strong people like Alex Vlada, who's like the original guy who was like the cross-functional like hybrid training. He's super strong. Like he's super strong deadlifter, okay at bench and good at squat, and like I don't know if he runs as much, but he'd be like one person I know could definitely do that. Yeah. I'm sure there's loads of others. There's not many. There's not many. So you want to compare? There'll be not many of those.
At 3 reps as well. That's a lot, man.
I hit 205 kilo deadlift for 2 reps, and it felt okay. So I was like, I could do 3 reps of that. Bench, it'll be easy. It'll be a squat. Squat will be the thing that like gets me to go to those numbers. So I'm going. Plus, someone mentioned as well. They actually sent me a message. I won't say who it was, but they sent me a message on my socials. It was like, enough running. More heavy weights. I was like, okay, you're getting both. You're getting both this fucking month. Both.
What would you be trying to do squats at? Like what weight?
190. Okay. 190s. So like, and then make it up on the bench. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that's actually weirdly enough, even though that's going to be the hardest one, the 190 squat. Sure. Like that's the hardest. Deadlift will be fine. The bench very easy to get to the numbers, but
Yeah.
it's the deadlift that'll be the big challenge.
The squat.
Yeah. So like, sorry, the squat. Yeah, because it's like 540. Say 200 deadlift, 150 bench. That's 350. So to get to 540, it's 190.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the that'll be the hard one.
Damn.
The next two are in the mind.
Or lose some weight.
Dude, I eat less, eat more. I run on heaps of volume. I get sick. I have not fluctuated from 90. Like it just stays at 90 no matter what. I'm like, what's going on? Next one, create another high signal fun piece of content this month. I do know what I want to do for it. I want to do something along AI. So partly my experience using Replit and using that for a little while. I was talking to Dad, showing him some of the stuff, and we talked about it. Using it in my training and some of the pros and cons about it. Some of the stuff like the Ray-Ban, the new Ray-Ban glasses, Meta glasses with the band and stuff like that.
Oh no, I don't know the band.
Do you know the new one? So if you haven't seen the brand new one, so there's the original Ray-Ban glasses. Yeah. There's version 2, and the version 2 is same glasses, but it now has a neural band in it, so that it does augmented reality, and you can answer and do things, but it's connected to like your wrists and going through. So very expensive. Yeah. It's $190, these glasses. I think they're US, right?
Sure.
But there's a few things where I go, anyways, it'll be a fun conversation piece to have, I think.
Those are things I'd like to try out. Like go into a store and
exactly.
Try that
so there's some interesting things hopefully that'll come out from that.
Did you ever try the Apple Vision Pro?
No, I never did. Which I wanted to kind of give it a go.
Yeah, apparently that's rather impressive.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't
yet. If you have, tell me. The next one, looking for the best ways to automate and make things efficient in the 3 interviews I've got this month. In fact, 2 next week and then another one the following week after that. So what I mean by that is just not so much as a prep, because that ends up being a little bit more manual in trying to just understand what I'm going to talk about, but just creating them, converting them, scheduling them, just trying to automate that as much as possible so it doesn't time sink into my everyday life. And the last 2, 5-minute pause on work days to horizon stare and let the mind wander. So it's very easy for me you can't really see it obviously right now, but to me to step away from my work, out the door and just stare at the horizon is very easy. Very easy. So I want to just do that for like every work day, at least for 5 minutes to do that. I've been finding myself going for walks at lunchtime anyway. So it's like I'm doing that even more so to just for half an hour go for a walk. And so it's even easier. But letting the mind wander, I think, is a hard challenge. So I want to make sure I do that consecutively in October. And then sharpen the family philosophy. Share with the family for review and conversations. And again, I'll share very quickly the draft at the end of this. Actually, I'll share it now. I'll share it now just before.
Do it now.
I'll share it now, but I will call out this needs validation with my significant others. But so far, just to give you some flavor of what it's looking like, the Grenales or Master family. North Star. Now, I don't know if I want to like put it up at like a wall or something like that. We'll see.
It should be. All right.
But this is the concept because there's lots of other little details, but like the top level, and this will go into the next conversation we're talking about, like changing like wordings and stuff like that. It's basically brave in thought, strong in body, fierce in love, and obsessed in life. So these are the 4 things. Now I've got like little examples and whatnot under each one to go through. But I just want to be like, does that capture everything that I'm really thinking about? And if it does, it might change slightly what I usually do my annual goals with mind, body, and soul. So like, do I change mine with brave in thought, strong in body, like thought, body, love, and obsession?
Yep.
I think obsession's an interesting one to bring up.
Yeah.
But
anyway, also fierce in love.
Fierce in love, obsessed in life.
So I want to hear more of that, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
so those
wait until the partner has
correct.
Sort of
Then it needs to be validated. Those are the October goals on my side. I'm keen for them.
Yeah. Sounds well.
All right, let's go to your October goals.
Yeah. So the biggest change is I got double. I'm doing 16 now. I'm linking up with my yearly goal of putting in more effort, just in general, and more focus. I'm doing more. So let me just go through this quick. Create a fun online profile with Prentice. So that's my brother. Just want to create like a dating thing. Part of the reason I haven't used them is because I dislike them. So if I can make it fun, as in like stupid photos or voice messages, whatever. If he I know if I do it with him, it'll be fun. So
Sure.
that's the whole point of that. Spend one afternoon doing some approaches. Actually did that yesterday. And like I said before, already have gone out this morning and done another couple. So
I think he has
intend to
met
do more.
the girl of his dreams yesterday. So
Who knows? Who knows? Statistically unlikely, but who knows? Do a repeat barbecue to connect deeper with friends. So this is trying to...
Yep.
And I was even thinking like, do I want to do a barbecue or just order pizzas? But whatever. I plan on organizing friends around, and it might actually be in November from what I can tell. Start of November.
Just with the availability of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Prep an interesting topic before going out to the world. So essentially just like the day-to-day routine. So for example, my last interesting topic when I went to the gym on Friday was, I found a drone yesterday in the park. And like, it's not that interesting, but yeah, sure. So someone's just
different.
like, well, what the fuck? Why'd you find a drone in the park? And so just having something to say other than, how's your week? Oh yeah, it was good. Just let's try and break that as quickly as possible. Begin a fundamental list of my principles for investing. So I've already started this on my phone, but essentially a lot more people have been actually asking me questions related to this, just in general, of like investing or psychology and psychology of investing. And yeah, for myself especially, it's like, you know what, I think it would be smart to write this down and have it kind of a bit more concrete than just the jumble that is in my head at the moment. Keep your eye on the ball whilst experimenting with shape. Shape's a L2, layer 2 of Ethereum, especially like NFT and art. Focused. I almost dropped the ball the other day. I the classic like fat finger, didn't put enough zeros in. Thankfully, I didn't have enough in the account to.
Thankfully, okay.
So,
Good. Good.
I am working on sharpening up some of the wallet systems and things. So, because when you play with it a lot, then that's when you mess up.
Sure. Yeah. You become. You start doing just like it's more like naturally. You just click here, and then you're like, oh
yeah. What is it like? System 1, system 2. It's at the moment it's very intentional because I'm just doing like a particular thing. But when I'm doing 10, 20 particular things day in day out, then it becomes like okay, it's not particular anymore. It's broad. Adjust points and do rehab of minor twinges. So this is for fitness. So I'll actually talk about some of those at the end, and you can see it on your chapter images if watching a podcast app. And rehab on the minor twinges. Just got this groin twinge at the moment from doing squats improperly. Ballet research, prep, and extra practice. So I start a ballet course for 8 weeks, starting not this next Thursday, but the Thursday after, I believe. Okay. And yeah, just want to come into it like having practice a little bit extra, because I haven't done any for 2-3 months now.
Sure.
Create a morning habit of reading the goal and motivation sheet. That was what we kind of referenced just before, which I do, and it takes me 20 seconds to read, but it's good kind of like start of the focus of the day. Ask friends and family for deeper feedback. This is just in terms of ways I can improve or for help or things like that. So just broad general. Press to meet up with friends living in Newstead for a tour. So I know a couple of people living in Newstead, and I'd love to see like their apartments, like roughly how much it costs, what their benefits for living in the area.
Yep.
No guarantees that when I say friends, they're kind of acquaintances. So there's no guarantees they'll actually let me in their house, but
could ask.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. Clarify with Brendan dates and potential events. So that's just for
Salesation.
Going to Asia for indeterminate period of time. Last ones here, which are related to character and knowledge skills. No masturbation for the whole month. I'm doing no nut November and October.
No nut November and October. Probably continue to November.
What would you call it? Orgasm obstacles in
obsolete
October.
orgasms.
Yeah, obsolete orgasm October. I'm starting to lean down a bit, so I'm going to do a total of 90k calories with 4,650 grams of protein. So that's
that was an interesting way to split it out into the month.
2,900 calories per day, 150 grams of protein per day is what that is. I initially wrote down, because I just in my head was, I don't know, doing things quick, a total of 30 calories or 31 calories, 31,000 calories for the month. And I'm like, wait, that's 1,000 per day. That's probably a bit too low. Whoopsie. Don't do that. And then finally now, binge watch Andreas Antonopoulos. So there's just the skills. And then I've said prune all unnecessary subscriptions. And for most people, that would be like, you've got Netflix, you've got Disney Plus, you've got whatever. For me, I don't actually have any that I'm aware of other than our joint YouTube one. That's the only kind of subscription I have. By that, I mean YouTube in particular, like videos or podcasts where we're subscribed to this person or following this person. And
gotcha.
I just want to... Yep. There's certainly some people, and I've already started this going like, no, you're not helpful to me. Like,
Can't recommend this enough, people. Do it. Absolutely do this. I still continue, not as diligently, but I still have the goal or the action of every time I go on a social media platform, I need to get rid of, like, I need to remove someone that I'm subscribed to or like be following. And again, it makes you think, but also at the same time, like, it's a good thing to call out and being like, yeah, I followed or watched something that you did 6 years ago, but like, it's like, it's just noise more than anything. It's like, get rid of that.
Get rid of noise, very good. And yeah, so that's my goals for the month. So a lot more, but it's also, I've kind of got the motivation to do more.
Yeah, for sure.
So
whenever
how long this will last, to where it's so much like this. And look, I think all of this is very easily doable as well. So,
a lot of those that you've just talked about, some of them like you've already done.
Yeah,
some of them are like, like not easy, but like there's certain actions you take and you're going to get it done. There's not like...
The calorie one, for example, it's, the reason I put it out like that is because it's not like 2,900 every day. Because some days I'll go a little bit more. Some days already.
One thing as well that, people listening to this, if again, they might be like, wait a minute, Kyrin, where's the language training? Where's the language training? Yeah,
that's fallen off.
Yeah.
I think it was in there for like 4 or 5 years consistently, or pretty consistently, of either Spanish or German or Portuguese. And just it's not helping serving me at the moment. No. What was I doing? Yesterday, I spoke to a Spanish girl and I used my Spanish and it was fine. She complimented me on it. I'm like, oh, thanks. I can still converse in it pretty easily. There's still some thinking. It's not as natural as it was before, but
but it's still there. It's not like
for when people say they lose it, I mean, I've had kind of a couple years off, and I don't feel like I've lost it as much as people say that.
Yeah, no, actually, I kind of agreed, because now, like, on a lesser scale, but I haven't done any French training for a while, and I'm only knew basic French, and I could still
have basic French.
Yeah, like, it hasn't actually gone away. Like, I could still go and read like a kid's book in French, or like understand road signs and food and stuff like that. That hasn't gone away at all. So when people say that they lose it, I guess just shit. So, that's on you.
Nothing else to say. Okay, so last bit here is just our fitness. I've got kind of my fitness challenge, which is the
points.
The kind of point system I created a while ago. It would be too hard to bring up on the screen in person, but I can tell you just a couple of the changes I made. So major ones were used to have like deadlifts, four sets of 8 reps at 115 kilos, and I'm just getting rid of that and the squat points.
Sure.
And because I'm just going to hurt myself.
Yeah.
I know I've already started hurting myself. So
dude, I'm telling you right now, like, even me, I'm telling you this right now, I'm not doing above like 5 reps on a squats or deadlift, like, probably ever again. Okay. Honestly, because apart from maybe
like
some of the
heavy as fuck ones.
well, yeah, this is the thing.
You feel that's
really
better?
Heavy ones, I feel way more in control. It's not as overtly taxing. Okay. But to do relatively high reps in the deadlifts and the squats, like, there's not that much more gains that I'm getting in like, yes, you could get the muscular breakdown for hypertrophy levels, I guess, but that's not what I'm optimizing for. And you could do that with much safer positions. So I'm like, going above 5 reps on going above 5 reps on some of the main lifts, I'm like, not needed. Like I don't see the need for that at all. Unless there's a particular optimized reason you're doing for it, sure, but you can get the benefits out of so many other things.
Okay, yeah, interesting. So for me, in general, I will be doing more higher rep endurance type stuff. For the handstands, there's some things which are lower reps, like trying to get this really strict muscle up. Get 3 of them, one, 2, and then 3. Overhead press for like 3 reps at certain 60 kg, 65, 62 and a half, which for me is like, that was such a struggle. I didn't get any of those when I was last trying it. We'll see if my shoulders are stronger than 3 years ago naturally.
Maybe.
I would hope so, but I don't think... I think all of this is just their particular movement. So unless you're doing that... so for the leg ones, I've switched it to a single leg variation. So Romanian deadlifts, single leg RDLs, and then what was the other one? Bulgarian split squats at half the weight, essentially. So, I got rid of... I had do air squats at 100 for like ages ago. And I remember I just did it. It didn't require any training to do or anything. So I've kind of gotten rid of that. So I've taken points away. I'm actually negative points for this year so far. So I've gotten rid of that, and I put like jump squats in, but even that, if that's too easy, I'll maybe change that to like, I don't know, burpees or something like leg related where it's harder. Something that forces me to kind of train for it a little bit.
Yeah. Like actually, not just being like, I'll just gotta do it and I'll just do it. It's kind of like you have to up skill yourself or up effort yourself in some way.
Everything else largely remains the same, other than just 1 or 2 things where it's like I actually added some much harder things. So trying to get a slow muscle up at some point would be really cool. Trying to do a 90-90 handstand push-up, which is essentially like normally a handstand push-up, you just go down, you touch your head, but this one's you go down into like a bent arm.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Planche type position, and then you push up from there.
Back up.
If I ever get that, holy shit, my shoulders will be just rock hard steel, but we'll see. That very stretch goal. That's something for like 3 years time.
Okay.
If I can get that. So yeah, this month just working on the these next couple of months is the ballet, which isn't in any of this, but just trying to get stronger legs, hip flexors in general, and then those jump squats, and then the 2 single leg weighted variations. So that's my legs for
lots of legs coming in Q4. Damn.
And then we'll move on to pull. But I'm kind of like doing, like I'm going to look at prep. The focus be on legs, but I'll also be working on some pull and running, just to kind of like have that in the bank, so that when I switch over next month into
next
the
quarter.
start of next year, then it's just like, all right, I've already been practicing high pull-ups.
Sure. Yeah. And ready to go into like that next phase. Yeah. No. Good.
Yeah.
I just want to check if there's any comments.
Yeah, you already went over your fitness, so I think we'll be good for that.
We will. Yeah. There's no comments in the
I don't
address.
see any other than Pat saying hi. So hi, Pat.
Beautiful.
Thank you everyone for joining. Stay tuned. We will be doing our next episode very shortly after.
Correct. And again, from a monthly goals perspective, and if you want to support us, do all the good things in terms of just sharing this with a friend or
word of
mouth, comments. Again, if you want to try out the Valley for Valley model and send through your Boostergram, or you'll be streaming on the platforms that do allow that,
or PayPal,
go try it, or PayPal. So many ways you can support. But we'll leave it there for now. Immortalized. Thank you very much. One out.
Kyrin out.
Good.